This is Will Morrison, and I'm going to show you how to do product photography on a budget.
First off, my camera. It's a film SLR, Nikon N80 with a 105mm micro Nikkor f2.8 lens. It's the old manual focus version. Here I have my dad's Rolex. I'm going to be taking a photo of. I have a backdrop, which is just a t-shirt. That's all it is a t-shirt. A Pelican flashlight, which is like a police version flashlight, so it's...
Right. How's it gonna...
I put a diffuser on it, which is just basically like a paper cone. I just put on the end of it. Diffuses the light so it's not as bright. I have a bounce, which is basically just a white piece of cardboard, and this is a film can, whatever. And I put this on the end of my flashlight if I need any more diffusion, basically. So when I get started, I'll turn the light off in my room, and I'll point my flashlight at the bounce so I can get nice reflected light onto the subject. And this camera, my Nikon N80, does not meter, which means it doesn't have it can't use the light meter built into the camera with a manual focus lens, because it meters through the lens, but this thing's so old that it can't do it. So I'll show you how I can meter with this lens. Actually, I'm not really with this lens here. What I'll just do is I'll take that one off. I'll get an initial light meter reading with this lens, because my camera will support, or this lens supports the light meter inside the camera. However, this lens does not, so I will get a light meter reading from this one, and I'll base that. Like if it says I need to use a shutter speed of 1/10 of a second, I'll just use 1/10 of a second on this lens here. And since this one's 2.8, it's a little brighter, so I'll probably use 1/15 of a second, just to kind of equal it out there. So now let me take off this lens here, and I'll put on my kit lens that came with the camera. I'll take a light meter reading and see what it says. I reattached my micro lens after I took my light meter reading. Turned my light on, and I got my camera here. My watch, my bad. I'm gonna focus it down to the minimum, which is 1.34 feet, which is very close, and use f2.8 for nice depth of field. And I'm gonna have to adjust the camera back and forth until the watch is perfectly in focus. So I got light meter reading. I'm gonna focus it. I got the light here. I got the backdrop, the bounce. So basically, this is how to do product photography on a budget. I hope this helped you out, and this is how I do it. This lens probably sells for like $150, $200, not that expensive. I know the new 105mm f2.8 lens is like around $1,000. That's autofocus, but most macro people use manual focus anyway. So I hope this helped you out. I'd like to see some of your photos, some of your comments, and I'll post a link to my Flickr so you can see this picture once it's done. Thank you. Even if you don't have a micro lens, any lens should work great. The one that came with my camera, the Nikon 28 to 80mm G lens, works fine. It's super sharp, and I highly recommend the N80 with this lens. Only about 115 is the kit lens, and it made Ken Rockwell's top 10 Nikon lens list, which is a worthy ranking because I've seen how sharp this lens is, and it's great. Even if you don't own an SLR, compact camera should work. Most have a macro setting, and it doesn't really matter as long as you have the right lighting, like the right backdrop, and experiment, have fun with it, and tell me what you think, and any questions. Thanks for watching.